someone else for you guys, but it's just me for now. So let's see. Oh, there you go. There she is.
Yeah, you have to accept me. There we
There you
go.
go. Did I get you this?
Hi. Yeah,
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Um,
Nice.
cool, cool. So we got you on. I think we're live. I was just checking. We're live. So
Cool.
I'm gonna hide that. All right. So what's up, guys? Before we start, I want to introduce you guys to Natalia Michelle, right? Did I
Yes,
say it
that is
right?
correct.
Cool, cool. Um, she's a model and a social media manager. And
Yes, that is correct.
I brought her today on this live to talk to you guys about a little bit of social media management and influence marketing. Um, if either you or me, because I have some stuff that I've been testing out with influence marketing, and I want to
Mhm.
kind of talk about it a little bit and get your opinion. But before we start, tell us a little bit about your story. Like, what do you do exactly, and what do you focus on?
So for me, I have been an actress, a model, and as well a director for about roughly 8 to 9 years now. I started when I was very, very young. And I noticed that in the industry, in order to succeed within my career, it's a full-time job where you have to always be on call and you always have to be accepting every single opportunity possible. And a 9 to 5 job was not cutting it for me. So I was like, okay, what's one thing that can help me with my career? And I looked to social media and I was like, okay, well, this is mobile, this is on my phone, this is something easy at the beginning. I thought was really, really easy that I could do something that everybody wants to jump on since it's fairly recent and very influential in today's day and age. So I started learning about social media marketing 2 years ago and officially went public with it roughly 6 months ago. So yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so do you work for a company or you have your own company going on?
So I am just an individual who does it. I don't work for a management or a company. I just am an individual that can get hired by multiple people. And that's pretty much how I do it. I've tried going with companies, I've tried seeing their techniques and working with them, but it's a little bit different working with a large group. And my philosophy going into it was like, okay, if I'm going to work with a management, then in the end, I would be stuck in that once again same 9 to 5 job.
Yes. Okay. So, what kind of clients do you work with mostly?
So I started working with a few cannabis companies, actors, models, and then a few people are in the hair industry and as well fashion. So those are my main top clients.
That's your top clients. And just a rough idea, like how much do you charge these clients and what kind of services do you provide for them?
So for these clients, because I'm trying to get more of a more trust within my brand and within my marketing skills, I've been trying to get more and more clients since I have this automated service that I built and that I custom made depending on the way how I want to market a client. I usually charge the minimum is $25 for a month of just using targeted marketing and able to just grow the amount of reach that they have on their page or their posts or whatever. And then
Yeah.
from that $25, it continues to increase if they want me to post or if they want me to teach them how to post. I also have YouTube videos that are private and public for people that they would pay or not pay, obviously, if they're public. That teaches them how to create a bio, how to not get shadow banned, stuff like that.
Okay.
So it goes everything from group sessions to one-on-one counseling to me marketing their pages.
Okay. And by pages, you mean Instagram pages and Facebook pages?
Yeah, so my main focus is Instagram, and that ties into Facebook because one thing I was talking about actually with my boyfriend earlier is that Facebook, you can connect with people easier. It's very active when it comes to communicating with the groups that are on there. So if you can use that communication skill Facebook has and apply it to your Instagram, then that's growing two brands or two social medias at one time thus there we go. And then I also help people make websites with a marketing funnel, and as well do SEO marketing when it comes to YouTube and pushing that video up on
Okay.
YouTube and all that savvy stuff.
So yeah, that's basically you basically mentioned what my company does, media traffics, but we
Nice.
work on a higher level to where like we create a package for our customers, and just like you, we started like with a low monthly payment of $85, 100,
Mhm.
whatever it was at the time, but now our lowest package is $1,000, and
Damn.
we also have an you know a progress where or a process where we create the content, we distribute it to
Mhm.
their social media, and then we advertise it. We do
Yeah.
paid ads a lot. We do Instagram. We use an engagement method for Instagram.
Yeah.
So
Engagement
as
group.
far as yeah, so as far as content creation, what do you use to create content for your clients?
So usually for my clients, because I actually am in the obviously the acting and directing world, they have two options. They can either get their materials on their own, their posts, their videos, or whatever. They can get it on their own, or they can ask me to advise them on how to get their materials, or I can actually get it for them using resources that I have, such as photographers, videographers, that'll get quality content to their page.
So you basically outsource some of the media creation
Mhm.
for your clients. Okay, sounds good. Um, so so an agency to agency kind of question right here. What do you use to kind of target your customers and get more clients to kind of do marketing for?
Could you repeat that question again? You
So,
cut off
so
a little bit.
oh, it got cut off. Okay. So, what is your favorite method of lead gen when it comes to targeting your ideal customers to do marketing for?
So I actually really love to use specifically targeted marketing, going to depth, using Facebook and then getting people together, whether that's in person or through a group chat. It's a lot of communication because I believe I'm like, okay, you can make a post, and then after that, people will look at it, they'll double tap, and that's it. But then when it comes to Facebook, there's an incentive already just through the way how the app is built to actually stay on to scroll through the group and to look and just feeds them with the same information. It's more communication. So using Facebook and targeted marketing towards Facebook and a little bit of targeted marketing towards your brand or niche when it comes to Instagram is what I really like.
Okay, cool, cool. So, as far as Instagram, do you do paid ads or engagement groups, or how do you kind of grow your clients' Instagrams?
I do everything. So I have engagement groups that I'm a part of that specifically for hair and makeup. So I just forwarded my clients to that engagement group. And then obviously someone knows each other. So it's more of an incentive to actually check the group, talk to each other, etc., instead of just post after post after post. And then
Yeah.
I also do, once again, the Facebook groups where my clients can go make their own Facebook group, or they can join a Facebook group that's all about helping grow their Instagram. And yeah, I just use everything in the end of the day. It's like every single client's different, so they all need different tactics in order to grow their Instagram or Facebook or whatever.
Okay, so here in our agency, we use an app to kind of distribute our content. Do you have any
Mhm.
like favorite apps to kind of schedule and distribute your content, or do you do it manually?
So I used to do, because I saw that there were a few apps that you could actually time your post and you already had it pre-set and you could
Mm-hmm.
it would post automatically. But I started using that obviously because there's a certain time where your followers are more active, and then if you post during that time, bam, you get a higher engagement. But I started using the application, and then I started using a little bit more automation, and I believe that was the reason that got me banned from Instagram. It's the classic shadow ban, and I was trying to get out of it for a little while. I was partially banned, and then today actually I fully got out of it. So using automation and using certain apps, they're great, but I would highly suggest to not use them every single day when you're posting and actually do some things manually, especially with the new way how these social platforms are
So
going.
so without using any of these apps and you know bots or whatever, we have to turn to like influence marketing. What have you done any influence marketing before for your clients?
Yes, I have. I have done influence marketing for my clients specifically since they're very niche oriented, and mine's a little
Hmm.
bit of a mixture, but still niche oriented for them getting someone like partnerships where they could exchange followers or do lives like this, or they could exchange trade for profit, features, etc. So
Okay.
pretty much.
Um, so I've been really into influence marketing in the past
Mhm.
couple of months, and I have an app that's called Rep that I used to get my influencers from, but
Mhm.
it doesn't really work anymore for whatever reason. So
Got
do
you.
you have any like platform or somewhere where I can find influencers and kind of like reach out to them?
What I do is, so let's just say if you're in the soccer niche,
Yeah.
then you would find the biggest page out there on social media that's all about soccer. But mainly what they do is obviously reposting content. So it's either a soccer influencer out there or reposting content. And because you're a content creator, I'm assuming, then you have someone who needs content, thus it works out. But there's a tool on Instagram where as soon as you follow that page, right next to the follow button where it says message, there's a little arrow where you can actually click on it and
Yeah.
it'll pop up other similar accounts. So as long as you get similar accounts that do reposting or need content or are an influencer, then you could message them, email them, and provide some kind of service or give them some kind of quality as to why they should repost your content.
So really, like, we don't really need to pay any service to find
Hmm.
us some influencers. We just go out on Instagram and search for our topic and message them
Yeah.
on there. You know, cut the middleman, just go straight ahead. That's kind of your
Yeah.
strategy,
Hmm.
right? All right. So, do you have like some kind of script that you send them, or every time it's something different?
I feel like every time it's something different, and I believe strongly that it should be different for every single page or person because in the end, you're trying to make people, humans, feel special and they should care about you and your content. So if you're messaging, let's just say this big singer celebrity because
Yeah.
you are a singer as well and you're trying to get trade for profit, you'll look at their content and you'll say, "Oh my God, like they're doing a lot of R&B and jazz music." You message them and say, "Hey, I really love your R&B and music content." Shows the incentives that you actually did check out their profile and you actually care about what they have to talk about or post. So it gives that more of a reason of why they should care about you as well. And at the same time, in their brains, they will be like, "Oh my God, who is this person?" They'll check out your page. Thus, it's more of a caring process for people's
Nice,
content.
nice. That's really good information right here. So I think you mentioned YouTube SEO
Hmm.
as well. What do you think about that? What kind of tips do you have for us?
So for YouTube, there's a certain way how I look at posting, and it's a very complicated process to get your videos at least in the top or the top ones that you can search. Like, let's just say if you search for a keyword and those few videos are the most likely going to be clicked on. It's very,
Hmm.
very hard to keep those videos up there, obviously, and very, very hard to get people to click on it. So I feel like if you use the right strategies of having a good front page or clickbait, and as well if you choose the right search words, and when a trend specifically starts happening, you jump on that trend so you can get the most views because there's a little content out there and then build a following that way, then your videos will start to stand out more and more and more, making people on YouTube actually stay on the page longer, making YouTube have a favor to what you
Oh,
have to post.
okay.
So getting people to stay on the page longer is the big goal, or video longer.
So basically, the thumbnail has to be HD quality, and then something catchy so people can click on.
Yeah.
And what's more important is people actually enjoying the video and staying longer. So in YouTube's eyes, you know, you're like a good person, or like you're providing value. Therefore, they're
Yeah.
gonna rank you higher, right? Cool. So I think that's why one of my
Yeah.
videos is ranked and it's getting like thousands of views.
Hmm.
It's basically like a walkthrough through like a CRM system,
Uh-huh.
and it just blew up. You know, it's getting me subscribers, it's getting me viewers,
Nice.
and but for a while I posted and I was getting like 100 views, 200 views
Hmm.
max, maybe 300, and I was like, damn, man, I can't really get those numbers
Hmm.
again like I used to. Like back in the days, like 2007, I was like a little kid, but I would make videos like soccer videos, and
Yeah.
I would post them to YouTube. And right now, these videos have thousands of views, you
Hmm.
know, and they're just like some stupid soccer videos. And that account, I don't even have access to it no more. But it's not
Yeah.
as easy as it used to be because, I mean, YouTube is getting
Exactly.
millions of videos uploaded every day. So you gotta be more consistent and post even more, even with these strategies to rank these videos. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. And one thing too that I feel like is interesting is because once again, a lot back in like 2007, 2006, YouTube was just starting out. Everybody was kind of testing it, and it was easier to break out. But then now everybody wants to be a YouTuber. Everyone wants to be an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
One study shows that like there is $1 million generated just on Instagram for influencers, and that is supposed to triple within the next 2 years because everyone wants to be an Instagram influencer now.
Mm-hmm.
But even I feel like the big thing here is to jump on now, since it's really, really hard to jump onto trends and to cross reference a lot of your social media platforms and get people to actually like those solid 100 leads that actually love your content. And that would be the first ones to comment, to like, to share, and get more exposure for
Mm.
that video and for that content, which obviously is really hard, and which I feel like even myself, I'm still trying to learn how to post more consistently, get more exposure, because it's hard. It's literally another full-time job. But if you really, really put the effort into it and start getting that following, cross-referencing everything when it comes to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, then it will be a lot easier to grow than just posting on one platform and hoping for the best.
So you're basically saying if let's say Instagram is trending right now, you go
Mhm.
full ham on Instagram, and then you build your audience there, and then mention your Facebook, mention your Tinder, mention whatever you know you
Mhm.
want on there, and cross promote your channels, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. That's good. So before we end it here, I don't want to make it too long for the audience.
Mhm.
What is some good tips you can share with us as far as like social media management and like actually executing what you just and what you just talked about basically.
So I feel like the first thing is that if you actually want your posts to be paid attention to, or your content to be paid attention to, it has to be
Mm-hmm.
quality content. It can't be some blurred photo that you took, a few months ago and then you're just reposting it. No one's going to really care. Another thing too, I'm gonna give three tips. So quality content. The second thing is make sure that whatever content you're posting, it's 50-50. It's 50% of what you want to post and 50% of what your audience wants to see. So for example, it's like Q&As. A lot of people look at Q&As and it's like, why should I pay attention to this person? But if it's a Q&A about someone they care about, or if it's something that's going to help them, then obviously they're going to stay on the page more longer. That's why educational videos these days are skyrocketing through the roof because everyone wants to learn. Third
Mm-hmm.
thing I would say is jumping onto trends highly. It's so hard to do. But once you do that and utilize all the information, such as like features and learning how to use hashtags and learning SEO marketing, then from there, those three main steps are really going to help grow your channel and grow your visibility and grow your exposure.
Cool, cool. Thank you so much. I think I
What
summed it
about
up
for
right
you?
there. So quality content, Q&As, educational videos, will keep people watching longer.
Yeah.
And then jumping on trends and basically cross promoting to others' channels, you know.
Hmm.
Um, that's basically kind of wraps it up. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
taking the
Thank you
time.
so much, too.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. And we'll talk more and we'll do some projects together for sure. You
Cool.
know,
Cool.
yeah, whether you want your content done or something like that,
Mhm.
we'll work on something. All right, cool. Thank you
Cool.
so much. Have a good
Yeah,
day.
thank you. You too. Bye.
Enjoy your Sunday. Bye bye. Bye, Facebook. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, hey, if you guys want to see people like this always interviewed and getting picking their brains to get some information to help you guys, go ahead and hit the notification so you get a live notification every time I go live. Until next time, peace out, guys. How am I?